Over the last 10 days, the collapse of the wibbly-wobbly ceasefire between Iran, Israel, and the USA has been watched in real time by all of us. Apparently, the whole collapse came because of the ambiguity of the famous Memorandum of Understanding. But what no one understood in it was that the paragraphs where it said Iran will look after the Strait of Hormuz and America would also make sure that the ships are safe was understood differently by both sides. Here, the BBC dives in.
Problem that you had, it all comes down to the Strait of Hormuz. They signed this document that said, we will allow free passage through the Strait of Hormuz, but it didn't really specify how that was going to work, who was going to manage it, and basically both sides understood it how they wanted to understand it. The Iranians understood it that we will be managing it, guiding ships through a northerly lane, and the Americans seem to understand it as fully open, people can go through as they want. And that has led to, we call it a misunderstanding between the two sides. And so the Iranians have been threatening shipping, stopping shipping going through, firing at ships, and that is what has led really to where we are today.
But in Trump's head,
I don't want to deal with them and with their scum.
And then in the middle of the week on Wednesday, he came up with uranium deal with Saudi Arabia.
Yesterday, Chris Wright, America's energy secretary, antagonized the Iranians by signing a deal on a Saudi nuclear energy program. But after a chorus of condemnation, the Saudis would have to join the Abraham Accords.
Another wishy-washy deal. So will this escalate to boots on the ground? Or will he be scared of by the fact that the Houthis from Yemen are now going to join in?
It was the Houthis in Yemen, armed and advised by Iran's Revolutionary Guard, seen here celebrating on Monday when they launched their own blockade on Saudi shipping. And with it, these tribesmen are threatening to create a second maritime choke point on the global economy.
We affirm to the Saudi enemy that any folly or aggression targeting our country will be met by large-scale operations deep within its territory. And the consequences will be dire for it, by Allah's will and power.
So this could look to be a big Arab-American-Israeli war. What I can say is Iran is used to large death tolls.
And yesterday, the Commander-in-Chief welcomed 4 of his fallen soldiers home, from a war in danger of widening to include not just the Houthis, but what the President calls a massive attack on Iran to get it to negotiate.
So unless America is willing to pay them $300 billion and let them collect the 1% toll at the Strait of Hormuz, this war is going to drag on. The more it's going to affect the rest of the world's livelihood. So until next time, this is Alexander F. Only Layering. What do you think? Comment below and like and subscribe.